Hi guys, welcome back. Right, today we're doing a tombstone little mini arboreal enclosure for a Avicularia SP Columbia. So yes, let's get on with it. Right guys, this is going to be a small arboreal tank. So the first bit we're doing is one of these back walls. So I'm going to show you how I've quickly done this. So imagine that's your back wall piece of thing. What I've done is I've cut brick shaped pieces of wood, and then what we're going to do is we're going to glue them into place like that. So it ends up sort of like that, but once they're glued on, we're going to take some grout. I'm just going to go basically over and in between, just to create a sort of stony effect, and then we will paint. So for the base coat, obviously used here, and you'll be wondering why it's in two halves like that. So if you look, with these tanks you've got the runners either side, so the actual, if it was one piece, it's not going to be able to go in. So what we've done is we've done two pieces, and then ta-da, joins in together without a join. So what I did was I cut the back wall slightly oversized to give it width for the blade, so it's in two bits. So you cut oversized, then the thickness of the blade you take away. So when you cut it in half, obviously it's going to be perfect. Yeah, so it's oversized by the width of the blade, cut it in half, cut the backboard in half. Yeah, and what I've done, I've created, so where I've done it, I've just overlapped them. So once it clicks together inside, it all clicks in place. Yeah, it's only because of these tanks, they're really tricky to work on. If you didn't do that and you just cut it to the length, the width of these two runners here, obviously you're going to have that much gap either side, so it's not going to look as good. I suppose you could do it that way, and then either side just fill up with leaves, fake leaves or moss or whatever, just to cover the gaps. But all depends. So what we're going to do now, we're going to paint this bit, and then also what is to go in here as the centerpiece will be the tombstone. I'll also show you how to make that as well. And then once that is painted, everything's sealed, then we're going to add a load more moss, maybe some trees coming round here as well, and that'll finish it off nicely. Right, let's get down to painting. Right guys, for this one we're just going to do very light greyish. I'm just going to dab it all over. This will contrast the tombstone a bit as well. Probably what I'm going to do with this is add some moss in between the stones. see. Right, first colour's on. But all in these gaps, because they're quite wide gaps, I've done that on purpose so I can fill them up with moss. What we're going to do is get a bit of lighter grey. You imagine you want the least amount of paint on the sponge as possible, but you imagine what you're going to try and do is pick up the lighter bits of the rock. So imagine if it's the stone, if you actually look at a natural wall, a lot of the top parts of the wall will be lighter because that's where all the, I suppose, rain and sun and everything hits first. But you can just keep adding paint, because this is quite a small little wall. Doesn't really take that long. But it's easy to sort of blend it in so you can't see. As you can see already, it's starting to build up. Right, what we do, leave this bit for a while, wait for it to dry, and we'll come on to this bit here. Now what I've done here, right, 26. Right guys, here we go. Right, we've sealed it all, so doesn't look that bad actually. And what we've done is sealed the tombstone, which does look a bit different because I actually sent the one in the previous video to a good friend of mine, Steve Curtis, because he got a couple of enclosures in here. I just bunged him in the box, so hopefully it'll be reaching his waist soon. But I actually quite like that. And T for tarantula in the bone. So what we're going to do now, we're going to add some moss and other bits to the back wall. So what we're actually going to try and do is just add some moss in the cracks, maybe some plants and foliage and everything. Just make it a bit better, and then go and try and find a spider to put in it. Alright guys, thanks. Now these gaps here are quite deep, so what I've got is some wet moss, like damp moss, and we can poke it into all the grooves, so when it actually dries out, it'll stay stuck in there without having to use any glue. See what I mean? Just wanted to highlight that bit of what I was actually doing, so we can add the rest. Right, time lapse time. So there we go, guys. All done. Hopefully you caught it all on the time lapse, but bit of some moss in, a couple of fake plants, bit of cork bark. And I thought we'll trail this viney bit up the side. I think that looks quite cool. Where I've actually dropped substrate on the bones and stuff, I think that'll dry out quite good. Probably won't last very long after a couple of mistings, but at the minute it looks cool. Right, let's try and find something to go in it. Right guys, what we have here is Avicularia SB Columbia, which is quite a pretty little spider. So what we're gonna do, because this one seems pretty chilled, you can see those purples, pretty beautiful spider. Hopefully she'll play ball and go in where she, in a minute, she don't want to go nowhere. Gone. Yeah, I think she's quite liking it in the tub at the minute. On this way. There you go. Almost there. No, not back in the tub. Oh, sort of in. As you can see, I don't know if the light's catching up, but she's got really cool purple colours. Really cool. Right, come on then. Let's get you in. A little bit more. A little bit more. Can't believe how chilled this spider is. These are also like excellent beginners if you want to start on your first arboreals. Brilliant for beginners. What they do, like, to keep them nice and dry. They don't like high humidity. The old rules were high humidity, but I lost a few Avics back in the days because of these rules. So I usually keep mine nice and dry. I spray once a week, and that's it. That's about it. She'll go around there and hide somewhere. Thanks for Pet Rock and Roll. Thanks Swamy for the stickers. So, and also we've got a few on here. Independent tattoos for all the tattoos that I've had done. Well, most of them have been very independent tattoos. Thanks to Steph for that. And obviously we've got alternative inverts. And my good pal, Humble Rolls and Exotics, which this actual spider came off, so you'd be quite interested to see her again, because you probably ain't seen her for a little while. But she's in fine nick, molted one. Right guys, sorry about that, it cut off. But as I was just about to say, thanks for Richard Humble for that tea. I've had her quite a while now, but she's in a new thing. I think this one has turned out pretty cool. It's not a massive tank, but it just goes to show, yeah, all of your little sling tanks or whatever have to be boring. You can just do something a little bit different with her. And all mine have to be a little bit different. Just to give you an idea, to make the tombstone was really easy, you know, just to get that effect. And to be honest, the cost of it is really minimal. As I say, all the plants and stuff, a lot of them are just like, I get these plants here, so a massive bunch comes in thingy. I've used quite a lot of these, but I think they cost me £2 off eBay. And you just chop them up and use them as will. But thanks, guys. Right, guys, thanks for watching. Yeah, that one was pretty cool. Kind of like that little arboreal one. It should just goes to show that you can just sort of create whatever, you know, it doesn't matter what size it is. And to be honest, if you start out with the little ones, it gives you practice for the big ones, the bigger builds. So, but yeah, now that's all done, we'll be moving on to the next one, which we will be starting this one right down here. Right, this says it all really. Getting these ones coming up. One-eyed Willie in there. We've got cool Guinea's key. We've got another dead end sign. I'm going to try and fit somewhere in there, but the main idea will be coming up shortly. So I've just got to get some wood cut for the background to be built. But as soon as that's done, then we'll start. Right, guys, as usual, thanks. Thumbs up if you like the video. Like, subscribe. I'll see you soon.